You're tuned into a QNA Network podcast. Bold voices, real stories, no fluff. It's showtime.
Hey y'all, welcome back to For the Moms podcast. Today we are recording episode 9. We're going to be talking about well-being and self-care as moms. This podcast is brought to you by QNA Network.
I'm Kelsey.
I'm Jasmine.
I'm Valerie.
And I'm Ariel.
And we are For the Moms.
Starting off, what's your favorite part of motherhood or being a mom, Kelsey?
I think my favorite part of motherhood is just really and truly making memories with my kids. My kids absolutely love going new places. They love doing things, and just seeing their face light up and then be so excited to go somewhere new or do something different. It just makes me so happy. Like, we were on the way to the beach and we were going over the bridge and Whitley was like, oh my gosh, the water. And like, I don't know, it just made me feel giddy inside because I get to do things like that with my kids. And, you know, not everybody has that privilege. So I'm very grateful that I get to take my kids new places and get to experience things with them.
Yes. Kind of same for me, you know, just for one, being able to more so be the mom that I wish I had growing up.
You stole
Me first. You know, and I'm very thankful for the things that we do get to do now. We haven't always been able to do the things and bring the girls to, you know, go on vacations and stuff like that. And even if it's stuff around the house, you know, if we're doing crafts, but just being like one-on-one with them, that's what I truly enjoy, because I so wish, you know, like I had that growing up and I didn't. So I do my absolute best to just be more involved.
Yep. Same. Wish I tried to be the mom that I wish I had growing up. Taking all the trips that I take. Always being there for every dance recital, every game, just always being there for every school function, every field trip, every birthday party, because those memories are important.
They are. They remember that too.
Yeah.
Like, Charlie's like, Mom, remember when you came to do this?
They do. They
do that. And they remember those little things.
Is seeing, like, when you're at their school functions.
Yes.
Seeing their little faces light up
when they're looking for you.
Yeah,
and they're like
looking
trying to wave or like trying to get your attention.
And they remember who shows up too.
They do.
They might be young, but they remember who shows up.
They remember every detail.
They do.
Yeah. So same, like I had a mom that was never present growing up, so I try to be there for everything. And then I love seeing my girls like grow and change into their personality. Like, because it always blows my mind. You have two kids by the same parents, or made by the same person, and they're totally different. And it's just so neat watching their personalities mature and change throughout the years. And like with each stage, it's a little bit different. And I just love that. It's so cool.
You also don't realize how fast the stages.
I was talking about that with Eric the other night. So Lainey still has that baby voice. And then we were just like listening to her for like an hour talk, because she loves to talk. And I was like, I don't even remember Cadence having that voice, you know, that high pitched, like little cute little girl voice. I was like,
same with Whitley.
It's
She still has the
crazy.
baby voice.
And it
Sometimes I'm like,
changes.
Whitley, please stop doing the baby voice. Like, please.
Abby
But then
will do it
I'm
But
like,
then you
okay,
miss
she's
it.
still,
When
Yeah.
I go back on videos, when I hear Mason's little voice, and
Oh, and wait till his drops.
oh my gosh.
And he starts becoming that little man.
And
My
Charlie has
little
lost,
cousins
and
are-
Charlie has like losing her baby face right now. She's getting into that big
Yeah.
girl. And so
Yeah.
Yep.
And then just seeing them get excited to do things that they're good at.
Yeah.
Like you said, their face just lights up. And that's the coolest thing
So
as a
take
mom.
the pictures,
Yep.
take the videos.
Yes.
Take all the videos.
And leave it on live photo. Because I love
Yes,
going
live
back and
photo.
seeing the little
Yes.
before and after. Because it just gives it so
Yeah.
much more personality.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like Ariel said, you know, two kids, same mom and dad, completely opposites.
different.
That's my two.
It's crazy.
It's absolutely crazy.
Try having 4.
I think like all of our kids. I don't think any of our kids are like
The
siblings.
same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the same.
They're all different.
Okay. How do you deal with the mom burnout? Let's start with Ariel.
Oh my gosh. It's hard. Exercise is my like therapy though.
Yeah.
And it has been for a long time. So that whatever the endorphins do, I could be having the shittiest day and I'll just go move my body for like 15 minutes and it just makes me feel like a new person. So definitely that's my outlet for sure. And then just like maybe a bubble bath, something nice and relaxing.
Yeah.
But the burnout is hard. It's every day. And some days there's nothing you can do, but we're just doing our best.
Yeah.
When I think of like being burned out, just like the busyness every single day. Like I look forward to having a day where there's just like nothing to do after school, but also I try to remember that I'm going to miss those days.
Yes.
But
It's hard.
and also there's certain parts of the year where it's like super busy. So like, you know, when all of them are into sports and there's something every single day and there's games every day, I'm like, okay, this part's going to end in a little bit. Like we're kind of like calming down now. That's what I look forward to is the calm part. But just know that it's going to end eventually, but then I'm going to miss it.
Then
so.
you'll miss it for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
For me, since getting the house, yard work, I've always enjoyed like gardening and yard work. Like even when we lived in the camper, we had a garden. I just truly enjoyed being outside, being hands-on. But now that I have to cut the grass for like, it takes me like maybe 3 hours just to cut the grass. That is my me time. Although Evie will try to get on the lawn more with me every second she can. Yesterday,
a little push mower.
not a real one.
Why? Mason does it. Austin does it.
I mean,
Do you know how dangerous lawnmowers are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Evie's little.
Austin pushes it.
The
Mark's
push mower?
watching.
How does she reach?
She can reach it.
Oh, wow. That's impressive.
Yeah, my
Mason-
anxiety would be
My
through
kid
the
would
roof.
run over there.
Well, I mean, Mark is
She would chop her toes off. Yeah, she would chop her toes off for sure. It would just come back on her. I could already see it. I
It's
could.
not a gas one. Wait, is there? No, it's not.
Valid.
It's
There's
battery.
there's
They
an
have
electric
electric ones.
one.
It's
They have
electric.
electric ones.
It is electric because
But it
Mark,
still
the battery
cuts.
died. Yeah.
But don't
it's-
they all release? Like when you release the handle, it shuts off anyway.
Yes. Some
So they have the safety.
It does.
Yeah, no.
No?
Couldn't be
I
me.
think Ella could do
No.
it.
Ella gets on the zero turn if I let her.
Yeah.
Ella would cut grass all day long. She's just like me, loves it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I like bubble baths at night. That is my relaxation time. I will put the kids to sleep. Josh will do whatever he's doing, and I will just soak in the tub. I might drain my water and rerun it 2 or 3
Same.
times,
Yeah.
but I will sit in there for an hour or 2. So between yard work and the tub, that's my me time.
Mine is I do enjoy going to Pilates. I take my time out, even if it's just like 2 hours that I go and I go do Pilates. And the bubble bath thing at night is, I don't take one every single night, but I do most of the time I do. But I'm locking that door, and I'm texting my husband, "Don't be banging on the door. Don't be asking me to unlock it. Don't get if you need it, get it before I go because you're not coming in."
This is me time.
So that is my me time. Other than that, I mean,
You want to get your nails done?
Oh,
yeah, my nails. Yep, that's the thing. I used to try and do them at home, but I'm so picky and OCD. Like, no, I can't do it. I go get my nails done. That is my me time too. So try to go like twice, maybe no, like once every 2 weeks, maybe every 3 weeks, just depending on how long they last. But that's what I do.
Yeah.
How do you deal with mom guilt, Val?
I do struggle with that because I catch myself always being overwhelmed, and I don't think the kids don't realize what our mind is doing. So,
Yeah.
you know, you're so overwhelmed and then you take it out on them, but they don't realize why you're taking it out on them.
It's because you have 10 other things going on.
Exactly.
In the background.
And I do feel guilty about that. Like, you know, always rushing and always just feeling overstimulated, overwhelmed. And I just try to remember they don't know why.
Yeah.
And I always just,
It's hard.
It's
yes.
hard.
But I also do apologize. And I feel like it's very important as parents to apologize when you
You're
feel like
wrong.
you've stepped out of line, because sometimes I
Yeah.
feel terrible for yelling, and I do say sorry, and I feel like it's important for them to hear you say sorry too.
Yeah.
And then they're just
I
looking at
agree.
you like, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
That is true. Like,
You just did all that, now I just
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
What about for you, Kelsey?
I'm kind of the same because I find myself yelling a lot because, you know, you tell them 15 times to do something and then you have to raise your voice, and I do feel bad about it, and I try to apologize and just kind of, you know, do something else with them or anything like that. But being overstimulated and overwhelmed is like, it's like unavoidable. You can't not, if you don't get overstimulated or overwhelmed as a mom, please give me your secrets because I need to know.
Yes.
but I also
please.
let them recognize, because
Yeah.
when Mason is aggravating the living shit out
Yes.
of Ava, I'm like, this is how I feel when you're
Yeah.
aggravating.
Yeah.
It's good for them to realize.
I'm like, you
yeah.
see?
Yeah.
This is how I feel. When you ask me
Yeah.
300 questions, well, Mason will ask Ava 300 questions. I'm like, that's how I feel.
Yes.
It's nonstop. And then
Yes.
Ella, it's really been happening here lately. Evie will get on Ella's nerves and just like talk her little head off and just nonstop. And I'm like, you see,
Now
Ella?
you know how I
When
feel.
I tell y'all to chill out for a minute and calm down,
That's why.
that's how I feel.
Overstimulation.
Now,
Yeah.
now you see.
That's
They
how
need
Yeah.
to feel it too.
Charlie's getting into that stage. She's like, Mom, she won't leave me alone. I'm like, baby, no, you say how I feel. Like, go in your room. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
Ella will literally go lock herself in
Yeah.
her room. And
That's
it's
so funny.
It's the funniest thing because Evie, so our doorknobs, you just need a butter knife to
Yeah.
undo it.
Yeah.
Evie will go get a butter knife and go
Oh,
unlock
she
it.
knows. She's like, I'm not letting you be.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
It's hilarious. What about for you?
Yeah,
Ella?
I feel like it's normal to have mom guilt. Like
Yeah.
we're all
Human.
human, right? It's a
Yeah.
human emotion, and if you're spending any type of time with your kids, we're all making mistakes constantly, right? And we're never feeling like we're doing it quite right, and that's perfectly fine because there's no manual to motherhood, right? Like everybody does it differently, and there's no right answer. But just trying to step back, apologize when I know I've overreacted, which happens almost on the daily, and then maybe try to like see how they feel, you know, like me and Cadence do that a lot. Like we'll react to each other because we both have very strong personalities, and then we'll like go separate ourselves for a minute, and then we'll come back and we'll talk it out. You know, I think that's really important. But give yourself grace, y'all, because we're all doing it the same. You know, there's no right answer, and you're doing a good job.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah. Same for me. I do beat myself up pretty bad about it just because, like, growing up, like, I dealt with being yelled at a lot and things like that. So it's like in my mind, I try not to do it, but I do it every day.
Yeah.
It's like, it's almost like just natural.
It is.
Yeah,
It's a
it's like-
normal
And like
human
Kelsey
thing.
said, like, if y'all have some type of guide or book telling us exactly how to parent to where we're going to be these perfect parents and not yell, not perfect parents, but you know what I mean? Like, not to get overstimulated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us the trick,
There are
please.
parents that are like that.
I
They're
don't know
very
how.
calm, and I wish I could be like that.
Yeah.
But those are the gentle parents, and they got the gentle kids. I don't
That
have
aren't
gentle,
gentle.
kids.
No.
We tried that. That
But
was
sometimes
a
I feel like
joke.
the gentle parents don't have gentle kids, and they just like whatever.
Yeah.
I give up,
Yeah.
kind of.
Oh my God. So that is a great example of across the street from me. Okay. I had somebody in my neighborhood message me, and so she don't give a shit what her kids do at all. She messaged me and said, the little boy across the street is literally lighting mail on fire in the middle of the street. She said, I had to put it out with a water bottle.
Oh my
I
goodness!
had to pull up on the cameras to make sure that he didn't take it out of my mailbox.
Oh, my
Yeah, because I came home one day and scared the living shit out of me. It was a balloon inside of my mailbox. And as soon as I picked it up, it just went everywhere. I'm like, there's probably poison inside of this
Yeah.
dang.
But that's the
balloon.
parent that's like, "Oh no, baby, don't do that."
Yeah.
He was catching mail on fire
That's
in the
dangerous.
middle of the road.
That's crazy.
That's insane. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a gentle parent.
No.
She
I try
don't
to be
care.
sometimes, but
No,
Yeah.
I stopped a long time ago.
yeah, it's just
pointless
They don't
'cause-
listen.
Hope
Yeah.
she don't watch this.
Ella is the type to where, like, I can just look at her the wrong way and she will immediately tear up.
Aw.
So I don't have to really yell at her too much. It's mainly Evie. And if y'all are around
Just a
Evie,
little
then you
firecracker.
already know she is just another breed. She, it's just rough some days.
It's okay.
And like she is glued to my hip, and it's mom,
Yeah, overstimulation.
mom, 24/7. You would think she don't have a bedroom. You would think she doesn't have a tablet. Like you would think that that kid has no life other than being glued to my hip because that's all it is. So yes, I do get overstimulated, and I try not to yell, but I do.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
it, you know, I just say
Sometimes
sorry at
it's
the end of the day.
It's
And
just like impossible.
it
you know? I
is.
mean,
It is.
Yeah.
It's the only way you get their attention, and they actually are like, okay, she's being serious. Like,
well, and I try to explain to them too, like, do y'all see why mom had to yell? Like, do you
Yeah,
understand?
so that they realize they will one day when they have kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
do y'all
Can't wait.
understand? I asked y'all 4 times to stop before I yelled. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Because, like, when I do yell, they'll be like,
Oh,
yeah.
what?
Damn.
Like,
And
what
I'm
did I
like,
do?
yeah. and
Why do you always have to yell?
right?
Yeah.
And it's
I
like,
can't
well,
stand that.
I know.
if you would
That sounds like
listen,
Ava.
if you listen the first 3 or 4 times, you know?
Yeah.
It wouldn't get to that, but
Kids.
that's just part of being a parent.
Yeah.
One day they'll grow up, though, and they will understand.
They will.
I feel like,
they
Mom,
will.
you
Karma.
were so right.
Yeah.
You were so right.
Yeah. They'll
Damn,
apologize
Mom,
one day.
sorry for all those times I made you yell. I get it now.
I get it.
When they send in their kids off to our house and be
grandbabies.
like, we get it.
Yep. Or send them back over, like, all hyped up.
Yeah.
Go bug you, mama.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Ava's always asking for a Dr. Pepper. I can't wait till her kids come over and I'm going to hand them a Dr. Pepper and send them home.
Yep.
That's funny. Okay, these next two questions I'm going to combine. It says, do you take time to do anything for yourself outside of being a full-time mom, and anything special you do for yourself after a hard day or hard week?
A little drinky drink.
Yep. Drinky drink. A little glass of wine.
Yeah.
Which sometimes I do. Sometimes I really don't. It just kind of depends. Like, I don't really drink during the week. Like,
I don't either.
Yeah. I mean,
Here
I
and
feel like
there.
you read, don't you? Like, you'll lay in bed and read.
yeah, I do. I like my Kindle. I like to read my books. I do that. I'll go, which I'll sometimes let a kid lay with me, depending on how I feel. But if they've been on my nerves all day, go somewhere else. But I'll go lay in bed and like read for a little while or something and calm down. But other than that, I mean, I just don't drink during the week. Like sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I do like my gummies. I do like those. But that's only if it's like been really, stressful day, things like that. But other than that, I just kind of deal with it and just go to bed early or something because
You're so good, Kelsey.
Yeah. Mine is if I've had a super long day, I'll just put the kids to sleep.
We'll be right back.
Hey moms, it's Jasmine. If you or someone you know owns a business and y'all would like to be featured on For the Moms podcast, please send us an email at fourthemoms@QNAnetwork.com, and that's FOUR the moms at QNAnetwork.com. We would love to work with y'all and bring y'all more business. And then go get in the tub.
Yep.
Once in a blue moon, I'll have a drink during the week, but
yeah.
I'd say like maybe once or twice a month, if that, during the week. Now the weekends I might have a drink or two, especially like if we're getting together with friends or something like that. But or if we go out to dinner.
Make me sound like a freaking alcoholic.
I was about to say, me and Ariel be like, we have us a drink during the week.
Well, I
don't get drunk during the week, but
but
I'll have me
a glass
drink.
of wine while I sit in the
Yeah,
tub.
being
sure.
on the shot, like it just makes me not want.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
on the
Oh,
weekends, I
true.
can.
When
but
I did
like
take the
during
shot,
the
it made
week,
me so sick I couldn't.
I
drink.
just,
Yeah.
I don't have a taste for it. Like
Yeah.
I don't really.
Yeah, I think around Christmas time I had took that shot and I was like, I can't.
Yeah, we went to a party or something, and you said you didn't feel like
yeah.
drinking.
It does make
I can
me
do
sick.
like
you
on
had
the
taken the
weekends. Like
shot.
once it's starting to wear off, like I'll be fine on the weekends.
Yeah.
but,
Yeah, it does make me sick.
I don't know. I just once in a blue moon I will, but
Yeah.
But I like a hot bath too.
Yep.
And then if I'm like overstimulated, like during the day or overwhelmed, it's very nice when if Mark's like going to help his parents do something, he'll take all the kids with him. And it's just nice to be in the house by myself. So Mark does help a lot when he takes the kids, even for an hour or two, and just, I don't know, just the quietness. I won't even turn on the radio.
Yeah,
nothing.
nothing, just
the
quiet.
Just quiet.
Josh has been working from home a lot, so now I
There's no
have
quiet.
3 children in my house.
So much fun.
There's no
There's no
quietness.
peace.
Yeah.
I know. I thought the same thing when Austin was sent to school, and I was like, "Oh, no kids, just me and
Mark's
then
home.
Mark's home."
Mark, boom. Yeah.
And it's like you can't get nothing done because, but Josh sits there and works at his computer or whatever.
We
but
go to
then-
hang out with them. Like,
Yeah. And it's like I get up to do something. He's like, "Oh, what are you going to do?"
Yeah.
I'm going to take a shit. Leave me alone.
And so I don't know. I do like it, but
I'll tell you what's been nice this summer. I've been like going to lay out for like 30 minutes during the day. I'm like, okay, cadence, take Lainey, y'all go play in your bedroom. Give me 30 minutes. I'm going to set a timer. When the timer goes off, you can come outside.
Yeah.
And it's
really
been so
good about
peaceful. I
that.
just lay out in the sun and just don't think about anything.
My kids
And it's
are
nice.
really good about that. Like during the day, like now that we have the pool, I wish they still take naps too, but they'll go play in their room, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to take a shower, and I'll be in there for like 30 minutes. and
Same.
come out.
I'll take a
They're
midday
still in the same
shower
spot. Like they
and
haven't
do my
even
hair.
moved. They're still
Oh,
playing.
no.
Mhm.
It's,
Like-
can I have some crayons? Can I have some paint? Can I have some colors? Can
Okay.
you put some water in my water gun? Can you build me a fort?
Well,
You
I
got to
leave
get something
access-
set up for them.
I leave access at their desk to crayons, Play-Doh, everything except paint.
See, everything stays in the cabinet because
Their little desks,
So it's
they
my
have-
fault I have to keep on grabbing
They
it.
have access to everything except paint. Play-Doh, no scissors, but
That's
Play-Doh, all their
My
little
kids
crafts.
just go get that shit out the hallway closet.
Yeah,
Everything,
Cadence has a big
so-
craft box
Yeah.
in our living room, like in the cabinet, and she'll get that out and they'll like
Yeah.
cut stuff up and
Yeah,
make
that's what
it.
my kids
Yeah.
say too.
I just don't give
just-
them access to scissors because if y'all know Whitley and her curly hair, that's not fixable with scissors, okay? Not at all. That would be terrible.
Poor baby. Her
And
hair's
she'd
so
be
pretty
the kid
though.
to do it because, see, we got home from vacation yesterday and she's like, not yesterday. Was it yesterday? The day before. She's like, there's a bead in my nose. There's a bead in my nose. I'm like, what?
Oh, no.
She had been saying it. And I'm like, we looked, there's nothing there. So I took her to the doctor. They looked. They're like, we don't see anything. Maybe, it might have already gotten the sinus cavity or something. She's like, just watch it. If her nose starts to smell, then there's something in there. I'm like, great.
Lovely. Let's wait till it gets infected.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Lord.
But I don't know what to do. I don't know what to take her to the emergency room. And
So is she just stuffed up? Like she's
She
like
just
got a
keeps saying
stuffy
it's
nose?
she just keeps saying, and the same side she keeps saying, and she tries to blow her nose, like just blows. The doctor looked yesterday. She don't see
They didn't do
anything.
an X-ray
Like, did
or
they
something?
look?
She stuck this thing,
Oh.
the whatever scope up there.
She didn't see nothing.
Well,
Mm-mm.
yeah.
And I don't want to make her go through the trouble, like,
If
taking an
anything,
emergency
maybe
room
an
and sticking
ENT.
something all
Yeah.
the way in there.
Ow.
I would see an ENT if just the regular pediatrician
Yeah.
didn't.
So stressful kids. Kids are stressful.
Yeah,
Yes.
just a little bit.
Okay, on to the next one. How do you address body image with your kids and loving themselves?
My kids are still pretty young right now, but I will say Charlie, over the summer, which I bought her like a little 2-piece swimsuit, like nothing like crazy or anything, but sometimes she does not like her belly hanging out. And me, I sometimes do wear 1-piece, and as a bigger person, I do wear my 2-piece. I wear my high-waisted. I do like those. And I tell her, I'm like, look, Mom, you can see some of Mom's belly. It's okay. It was like, you can wear that. And so here lately, she is starting to be comfortable with her little belly hanging out.
Aw.
In which, y'all, she's petite. She's like teeny, like that straw right there. So it's just a thing for her. And so she is starting to, wear those and be okay with it. Other than that, I mean, my kids are kind of young. So I really and truly it's something I struggle with. So I try my best to instill like the positivity to them just because I don't want them to have to struggle with it like I do.
Yeah.
So.
So I just, like Kelsey said, try to keep it like positive. Like I try not to, like when I'm trying on clothes, if I don't like an outfit, I don't voice that like, oh, I don't like the way this fits me. Oh, this is too tight or da 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 in front of my kids. Like I'll think about it in my head all day. I'm like, this looks like shit. But I don't say that in front of my daughters. And then I also try to compliment them when they pick out their own outfits and stuff. I'm like, oh baby, that's so pretty. You look good in that. Because I want them to like find their own style without outside influence, because I feel like we live in a society where everything's like, oh, that looks like crap, you should wear this, and I don't want them to grow up that way.
I will talk off that. My kids are kids who like to dress themselves, and if you know me, my kids are always gonna have a bow in their hair and they're always gonna match, and it just drives me insane. It's just like, okay, just let them Whitley's choose her own wrong feet. She's got mixed match clothes on, but she is feeling herself, okay? And I'm like, you look so great, sis.
Right.
Like, beautiful. Perfect.
And then when it comes to like food stuff, like I feel like we grew up in a time where skinny was everything, right? So I had a horrible relationship with food as a teenager, and then even in my early 20s. So like I try to tell my kids, like, not you can't eat that because it's going to make you fat, or we need to eat this because you want to be skinny. I say we want to be healthy. We want to be
That's what I
strong.
say.
Mama works out and is strong and able to because I eat healthier foods. So I try to do it that way.
So I think it was Sam, the smaller Sam. She said something the other day on TikTok, which was like, oh, that was really good. Something about her daughter asking about sugar. And she's like, we can have sugar. She's like, you just can't. She's like, you can't have a lot of it because it'll hurt your tummy or something like that.
Right.
It was
like
she said
that.
it a little bit better way, but that was like,
Right.
'cause my
Not
kids,
in an image way where they're going to fixate,
sugar
equals
because
fat.
it,
or
it's
worried
bad
about
for
their teeth.
Yeah, it's
know?
bad for your teeth and it's bad
Right.
for your belly, but
Yeah,
you can
like
have
a
a
healthy
little
way.
bit. You just can't have a lot,
Yes.
something
Right.
like that. So
Yeah. Which is different from how we grew up with the Victoria's Secret models and all that stuff,
Yeah.
trying to be.
Same for me. You know.
Yeah.
I don't really have much. I feel like I have pretty confident
Kids.
children as
Yeah.
of right now. I mean, Austin's kind of similar to Charlie, right?
Yeah.
Where she doesn't want her belly shown too. And And I don't tell her anything. I just
Yeah.
let her cover it up if she wants to cover it. But I don't want her to make her feel uncomfortable because, like, for
Right.
dance, I
Yeah.
had bought her a couple, like,
Crop tops.
and stuff like that. And she cried and cried and cried. She's like,
Yeah.
I don't want to wear that. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to make you wear it. You can just
Yeah.
put on your one-piece leotard. That's fine. But I try to tell her, you know, that she's beautiful and she doesn't have to show her belly if she doesn't want to. And then Morgan, on the other hand, will wear the skimpy. She's very confident in herself, which I love.
Yeah.
And Morgan's at that age too.
Yeah,
She is, yeah.
and she does have a cute little body. But
Yeah.
you know, I have pretty confident children, and
Yeah.
I try to let them be themselves. But I tried with Ava. She's at a hard age where she feel like she has to be everybody on YouTube. Oh, I want this. I want that. I want to wear this. I want to wear that, and it's getting younger and younger. Like Morgan didn't want to wear that Lululemon and all that stuff until a lot older, and now Ava's starting a lot younger, and they feel like they have to keep up.
Yeah, because they're
Yeah.
seeing all the influencers wear it. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's
It's part of having a digital society.
yeah.
I feel like a boy is
Yeah.
easy too. Mason,
Oh,
like, I
yeah,
don't even
Mason don't care.
whatever.
You don't care.
No.
Yeah.
My two are complete opposites. Ella wants to wear the one pieces. We've been struggling a lot with her. But I obviously, like, you know, staying positive, you know, telling her she's beautiful, not making her wear something that she doesn't want to wear. Now Evie, on the other hand, that kid would walk out in a crop top every day if I let her. I don't like them. Like, I will let her wear like a 2-piece bathing suit, but as far as like crop top shirts, she is not walking out of the house to go shopping in that. I don't like that, me personally.
Yeah, I just don't buy it.
Yeah,
So it's not an option. Yeah.
Right. I don't buy it. It's not an option. I will let her wear a two-piece bathing suit, but she would literally wear that bathing suit to town if I let her.
She's confident.
Oh, she's very confident. So, you know, just being positive and just trying to encourage Ella, you know, because I don't know.
School doesn't help either.
No.
You know, the mean kids at school will put a certain image in their head.
Yeah.
And then they think, oh, I can't wear this or,
And then I feel like,
And that's
too,
sad.
like, if Ella is around friends and they're all wearing the 2 pieces, like, you know, she feels a certain way. So just something we're working on.
Yeah. It's a struggle with
yeah,
girls. I feel like body
yeah.
image is always going to be a struggle.
I mean, as adults, we all wish that we looked a certain way.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I
we all
remember
can pick
comparing-
something out on
Yeah.
I
our
remember
own.
in high school, like, I don't know, and kids are mean. Like, these days it's even worse than it was. I thought it was bad when I was in high school and middle school.
Oh,
it's even
God.
worse now. Like,
Oh, it's
10 times worse.
definitely
And if you
worse.
let your kid be a bully over someone else's appearance or anything like that, then
Shame on you.
yeah, shame
It's
on you,
definitely a parenting
because
problem.
Right.
I mean, some kids can't help, you know, the way no matter what they do. So
Yeah.
it just,
Yeah.
being a mom is hard.
I do
in
like
that
the more
aspect.
body positive society that
Yeah.
we're like going into,
Mhm.
Yeah.
where everybody is more accepting
Yeah.
of like I watched the Sports Illustrated
Yeah.
runway, and there
Yeah.
was normal women
Yeah.
walking on that runway, and I loved it.
Yeah.
Like, of all different body types,
Yeah.
and that was so inspiring. Because 15 years ago you would have never seen that. So I do love that, and like all the campaigns, like Aerie and everything, they're showing pictures of women online dressed in clothes of all body types, not just like the stick figure models, which is amazing. I do love that, and I think that's good for our daughters growing up.
Yeah,
because we didn't have that growing up.
Yeah.
You know.
Going into fears and anxiety as a mother. Kelsey?
Which, you know, every mom has the fear of something happening to their children or, you know, something bad happening, things like that. I think I kind of went through that with Charlie, like the NICU thing, like the fear of you don't know what's going to happen next. You don't know how it's going to turn out, if she's going to be okay, things like that. I've tried medicine. It didn't work, which I didn't give it time to work because I need something that's going to work like that.
Same.
Like, I don't want something to work in 3 months. Like,
Yeah.
and taking a pill every day, I just can't do it. Like, I forget. And then especially things like that, you have to be on top of, and I can't. So I just deal with it. And like anxiety, like when we drive over a bridge, like my windows are cracked because if I accidentally drive off the bridge, I'm going to be able to get out.
Yeah.
I watch the videos of how to get out of your car submerged. There's some people on TikTok. They teach you how to get out of your car
They
submerged.
have these glass breakers too now.
Yes.
Have y'all seen them?
I have one of those,
Yep.
which is in my console. I need to put on my key ring to break the window. But I done told my kids know how to buckle themselves, and we're working on unbuckling themselves because that's a big thing.
It's scary.
Yeah,
Because
it is
especially if you
scary.
get an accident, your car catches on fire and you're trying to
Oh
hurry
my gosh,
up.
Kelsey.
Things like that. I mean, that's real things. I mean, you see people on the side of the road and
I
they're
know.
outside of their car with like their babies and stuff. And I mean, it's hard to deal with without, being medicated, which like I said.
But there's nothing wrong with that either. Being
Yeah,
medicated.
I don't
There's
have-
not.
yeah.
I need to be medicated, and I think
I'm medicated.
Yeah.
I'm newly medicated and it's working.
Yeah. I remember you telling me that.
Maybe I
Yeah.
need to try that one. 'cause
Lexapro.
She said it's going to take 3 months. I'm like, 3 months? I ain't got 3 months.
No, they told me that I will notice an edge come off within the first 2 to 3 weeks, but I am on almost month 3. But
And you're feeling better?
And Mark and Morgan noticed first before I noticed.
Yeah.
They said that I'm always in a better mood. I'm not as.
Yeah.
I need Lexapro. I need some type of medicine.
We can just go back to each
My
other.
anxiety stays through the roof.
It does.
same.
Literally.
Especially like, for one, obviously, I feel like I can speak for all mothers, just like Kelsey said, the fear of something happening.
Yeah.
That's not even the worst part of it. I always fear of something happening.
I think that's natural.
Right. But like going down a highway, I don't know if it's because I've been in like 2 pretty bad car accidents, but like just if I pass a car on the road, the worst thing is going through my head anytime I pass a vehicle. Like if we're on the road where it's just, going opposite ways, like an interstate's not too bad because you got like the median in between. Obviously, accidents happen on the interstate all the time going the same way. But my fear is like somebody texting and driving and like coming into my lane and hitting me, or being drunk and driving and coming in my lane and hitting me. Like, no exaggeration, every vehicle I pass, like my anxiety's through the roof. Going over bridges, I don't know if y'all have ever noticed, if y'all have rode in a vehicle with me while we went over a bridge, my finger goes on the button because I'm waiting for that car to fall down. Yes.
Wow.
My
I
anxiety
don't
is
have
terrible.
a fear over bridges.
No.
I do have a fear of
It's
car
not like
accidents
the
and stuff.
heat. It's not like the height. I'm not afraid
just
of
the
like
water?
height. It's just like
you see.
just falling.
It's
I
like
don't
Final
know.
Destination crap.
Yeah.
Like, it scares you.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it does happen often.
watch too many
like,
movies.
It
people
really
get wrecked.
does.
And
Yeah.
especially living in Louisiana, there's so many bridges over bodies of water.
I'm waiting on
and
that Lake Charles Bridge to fall. That's one of the worst bridges.
I go around.
Yeah,
I go
210.
That,
But yeah, that's just, I need to be medicated. And I've highly considered it the past month or 2 to go to the doctor. I just need to go to the doctor.
Yeah. You just need to
Just
make the
remember
appointment.
to
Yeah.
take a
Make the
freaking
appointment,
pill.
Jasmine.
And I'm
I
pretty
do.
positive I'm on the lowest dose and I already feel something.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about increasing just to see if it makes any other difference, but
Right.
I'm on the lowest
Somebody
dose.
needs to invent an anxiety medication for moms that's just like an implant or something.
Oh, yeah.
no,
Same. Because
like,
we all
sure.
deal
Yeah.
with anxiety on a daily
Something
basis.
you don't have to remember to take every day.
Yeah. I feel like that's why I'm kind of short with my kids too. Sometimes it's anxiety. It's not like anything that they're doing necessarily. I'm just overstimulated and I'm anxious like 24/7.
Yeah.
And Eric notices it. Sometimes he's like, "Babe, you need to freaking chill." And I'm
No,
like, "I
Josh does too.
can't."
because
He's
they
like,
don't
just,
think like we do.
Because
They
there's
don't-
always
they
a
don't get
million
it.
things. Like, and it's just
And he's like, just don't let it bother you. Just roll it off. I'm like, it's easier said,
said
than
than
done.
done. Yeah.
I have a lot of health anxiety. Like I worry that
Yeah.
something's gonna pop up with my kids because Mason had that
It's kidneys.
HSP. No, he had an autoimmune disease
Oh, yeah.
and he had like bruises all over his entire body. And it was what he was experiencing was like a symptom of leukemia.
Oh, you Googled, didn't you?
No, but they
Google.
told me they weren't, before
Oh.
they finished his blood test, they warned me.
Possibilities.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Oh
like
my gosh.
worst
So the whole
nightmare.
entire time I'm sitting in that waiting room at the hospital, I was thinking, oh my God, he has leukemia. He has leukemia. But
Yeah.
thank God it was just an autoimmune disease. But it's scary to think.
So does he
Yeah.
still have it, or it
No,
like
he
he
hasn't.
grew
He was
out
in
of it or
diapers. He
whatever?
grew out of it. It took almost
Okay.
6 months for it to fully go away. But yeah,
Thank God.
it was hard. But even myself, I
Yeah.
struggle with migraines really bad and vertigo. And I was like, oh my God, I have a brain tumor. I'm going to die. Like I think the
Yeah,
worst.
the
Sounds
worst. I
like
think we
Josh.
all
And I'm
do
like,
that,
oh my
though.
God, my kids are going to grow without a mom. Or,
Yeah.
and I struggle with Mark coming home from work. I'm like, I pray that he doesn't get in a car accident. That's why I have Life 360. Let
Yep.
me know if somebody gets in a car
Yeah,
accident.
me too.
Yeah.
But I'm like, Mason cannot live without his daddy. I was like, if
I
something
know.
happens to
Yeah.
Mark, Mason cannot live without a study.
It's crazy that our brains go to like worst case scenario.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, mine stays in worst case scenario.
And I just
mode.
think
Like,
of that. I'm
no
just
joke.
like, leaving this earth too early.
Yeah.
That's
Same.
scary.
Oh,
Eric
yeah.
would not survive. I'm like, who's going to take care of my babies? Who's going to fix their hair?
That's
like,
scary. I know. It is scary thinking about it because I'm like, we both need each other to take care of these kids.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
couldn't imagine one
I can't
of
do
us,
it without him, and he can't do it without me.
I mean,
Same.
I know that I can do it without him, but it's going to be
but
hard.
you don't want to.
But I don't know if he can do
It's
it
like,
without me.
it was for better or for worse. Till death do us part. You're stuck. Like, we got to do this together.
I know. It is scary feeling like
Yeah.
your possibility or not knowing when
I
you're
feel
gonna
like
leave.
Josh could 100% live without me.
No,
and take
he
care of the
could not.
kids.
Jasmine, he's obsessed with you.
No. Like I'm not like that's not.
Yeah,
like if
something happened
something
to
was
you.
to happen to me tomorrow,
Oh, he'd be okay.
I feel
Yeah,
like
he'd
he
be-
would 100% be fine. Like
oh yeah, I think
he
he
would
would
miss-
too, but it would just
yeah.
yeah, like we do
It
a
would be
lot,
rough.
obviously, but I don't know. I just feel like Josh is super. I don't know.
Independent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like if he needed to get the kids fully dressed, like he cooks, he cleans,
Yeah,
he helps with the kids. Like
he does
Yeah.
all that.
that's what I mean.
Josh,
like,
yeah.
yeah, he.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He
I
always
just feel
jokes. He's like, I'd go find me a younger one or whatever. But I
Yeah.
mean, he would be okay.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
would.
No.
But no, like obviously, like he would miss me, and
Yeah.
there's things that I do that he doesn't even realize. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he could figure it out.
Yeah, I'm sure he could.
Maybe we should like disappear to an island.
Another
for a
thing
little-
on Jasmine's
Yeah, let's see how
another
he
thing on
does.
Jasmine's anxiety. We're sitting at the beach and Josh takes both of the girls out to the water and they're
Oh,
like going
that
out there.
scares
I'm the
me.
same
She's
way.
like, Josh, come back now. He's like, I'm a grown man. I can do what I want.
That's
She's
his
like, "Come
favorite
back
saying.
now."
That's
You do not
when I went
back
to the
it
beach
up.
with y'all last year with all the kids by myself and I had no
Yeah.
husband. I was just terrified of
Oh,
them
yeah.
in the ocean. I was like, Morgan and Raya and me, I'm like, y'all are going too
Stay
far.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come back.
but
Like
still.
anything could happen. I'm like, y'all
Yeah.
don't understand how it can just take you.
happens.
That's what
Yeah,
I tell
it's like-
Josh, and Josh was like, "I'm a grown man," and I'm like, "Those are my kids.
Yeah. She's
Those
like,
are mine. Get back
Yeah.
now."
yeah.
Aw.
Yeah,
That's another thing. Like Ella, she was when I was watching Ella in the water. Ella was the only one in the water, and she would dive in the wave and she'd go. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
Ella, come up, come
Uh-huh.
back.
Yeah.
She's just
She's
like her
like-
daddy.
Looking at me like, what? And I'm like,
I-
I'm fine.
I hate the ocean, honestly. It's
I do
scary.
too. It scares me. There's
But
too many
honestly,
horror stories.
I like it for about 3 foot.
The water was calm,
Yeah.
pretty calm, so it wasn't
Yeah.
like extremely
like
bad.
knee height.
Yeah, it was pretty
Anything
calm.
past that.
If it would have been any rougher than that, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
But yeah,
my anxiety definitely goes to the roof at the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
So another fear though, like, do y'all ever think like I'm going to do something as a mom that's really going to screw my kids up as an adult? Like, because I think that's a fear of mine too. Like,
I've thought of that.
creating trauma in my children because
Yeah.
I have trauma from my parents, right? Most of us do. Like, I'm like, I don't want to do anything that screws them up for the rest of their
Mhm.
life.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I know.
I always tell my kids, and because we all can do better, but I feel like you want your kids to be better parents than their
Yeah.
parents.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I know that my kids could probably say something that they don't like about me, and they might do
Yeah.
something different
Yeah.
when they're a parent, which
Yeah.
is okay because we're not
Always.
all perfect, and you know,
Everybody has an opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
even
it's
your
going to be
kids.
different.
there's gonna be something that your kids don't like about their parents. I guess. I mean, I feel like everybody can say that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You know, but-
Always.
Okay, last question to wrap up this episode. How do you deal with your mental health?
Oh,
I think
well,
we kind of just all talked about
yeah,
that.
I
that was just Lexapro.
I need
Yeah,
to be
my-
medicated.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
really do.
I know.
Yeah.
I
I
know
need to
that
try that
thing.
because the Zoloft was not hitting.
And I took Zoloft before the Lexapro, and it made me gain a lot of weight.
That's what they
And
said
she
it-
told
and I
me that was the
wasn't-
main complaint about Zoloft
Zoloft.
was
Yeah.
weight gain. And with Lexapro, it was like a very, very small percentage.
Yeah.
So that's why
That
I
did
went that route.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
I'm
I feel like
not-
most antidepressants are like that. Weight gain
Mhm.
is like one of the big side effects.
But
and that's
so
what people
far,
refer to.
I mean, I weigh less than
Yeah.
I have in a long time. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it
it's doing
hasn't
good for you.
It hasn't bothered me
Good.
yet.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think my biggest thing too, well, several reasons, but one of them, I've just heard a lot of stories like it'll make you like just zone out, and I don't
Yeah.
want to be that mom.
Do I look
Yeah.
zoned out?
No,
No.
I know, but it does not. Maybe if I
Yeah.
took the
Higher
highest
doses
Right.
and
Yeah.
stuff like
if
that.
you were
Yeah.
over medicated.
Yeah.
So like, I had one of my cousins, after she had her baby or whatever, she got on, I don't remember if it was Zoloft or Lexapro, it was one of them, and they were sitting at a table out at a restaurant eating dinner, and she was on the medication, obviously. she was so zoned out, her baby was choking and she didn't even realize.
Oh no, that's
way
different.
she was
Yeah.
no, that's
Yeah.
over medicated.
And but like just not even her story, just others. They're
Yeah.
like, it'll make you like a zombie. So that's
No.
part of the reason I never got on it.
Maybe if you're on the wrong medicine.
Yeah.
I didn't, like I said, how Morgan noticed the difference before I did. Like, I didn't feel
Yeah,
medicated.
no,
Right.
you're
Yeah.
like a normal
Yeah.
person.
Like a normal person.
Yeah. Yeah. My sister's been on like antidepressants for years and she said it totally changed her life.
Yeah.
Like,
I think there's a difference, though. I feel like if you lost a loved one and you needing like a more of a antidepressant because but versus like anxiety, I know they fall into the same category, but I feel like there's different medicine that's gonna like fix a depression. Like I don't feel like I'm controlling depression, but
it's for multiple things. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like maybe something like that would zone you out if you
Or too high of a dose as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll try one out. Maybe not. We'll see. Okay, well, that wraps up episode 9.
you can find us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
If you are a Patreon member, VIP, you can watch our full video.
And don't forget to check out our merch at fourthemoms.com.